Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, everybody, to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you may be around the globe. I know it's certainly a beautiful day here where we are. I
Yeah.
mean, the sun may not be shining, but I'm going to tell you, it's a beautiful day because it's
Mhm.
not about, what's around you that makes it a beautiful day. It's all about you. It's all
Mhm.
about your presence. It's
Mhm.
all about how you showing up for your
Yeah.
audience. And that's
Yeah.
what we're going to talk about, you showing up for your audience. But,
Mhm.
to say that right now, let me first introduce you to my co-host, Tiffany, and let her introduce herself to you.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. I am Tiffany Rochelle. I'm an author, heart, and a goal coach. I am one who encourages women to rid the toxins of their heart and to set goals that are true to you. And so I believe out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks, and knowing what comes from your heart matters. And not only does it matters to me too. So I am super excited to be here. It is a beautiful day to be on top of the dirt, and the dirt not on top of me. And so there's a perspective that I'm going to have today as I am going to enjoy every moment that I am able to inhale, exhale, and breathe. I am super grateful just for life in itself because it could have been another way. I have been talking to quite a few people that have had some successes, and I'm super excited for their
Yeah.
successes. So the fact that I'm able to hear, I'm able to see, I'm able to breathe, I'm super happy to be here. I can't express how happy I am to be on top of the dirt, the dirt not on me. Because again, there's so many other thoughts that is trying to infiltrate my mind, that's trying to shift me, but I'm going to have a different perspective. So I'm not going to allow that to happen. So it is a beautiful day, regardless to if it's sunny or cloudy with a chance of meatballs outside, whatever it is out there. It is a beautiful day. That was a little movie, but I'm grateful for the day today. So
Yes,
let's turn
great
it over
being
to you.
grateful for
Tell
that
me,
day, right?
I'm
Grateful for the
grateful for the
day
day.
and being
Grateful for the
grateful
day.
for everything. Always be
Absolutely.
grateful. Be
Attitude of
grateful. When you're
gratitude.
grateful,
Mhm.
other things will come into your life. When
Mhm.
you're grateful,
Mhm.
that's very
It
important.
will.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very
Mhm.
important.
It is
And
very important.
very important. Let me introduce
Mhm.
myself. I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, your number one inspirational
Yeah.
book coach,
Yeah.
and I teach you how to maximize your potential. How to
Mhm.
maximize your potential. That's very important. Instead of just sitting there on the
Mhm.
sidelines, it's time to
Mhm.
get in the game. When you
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
Tiffany, it's time to
Yeah.
get in the game, so
Get
they
right
could
on
what?
in.
Finish strong.
Have
Finish
to finish
strong
strong.
because
Have to.
that's all about what this program's about. Finishing
Have
strong, turning
to.
your
Mhm.
passion into profit.
Into profit. Mhm.
Turning your passion into profit. Whatever that
Mhm.
may be that's in your heart, turn that
Mhm.
into a profit.
Turn
Just don't
it.
let it
Yeah.
sit there. Good morning, Regina. How you doing this morning? It's so good to see you. You
It
know,
is. Good
turning
morning.
that passion into profit. Maximize your potential. Whatever
Mhm.
you
Please
may
do.
be into, whatever you may
Mhm.
be doing, whether you're a
Mhm.
business owner, whether
Yes.
you have a nonprofit, whether
Mhm.
you're working a 9 to 5, whether you're just a mom,
Mhm.
they're at home. Maybe you're a
Mhm.
dad there at home. Whatever it may
Mhm.
be, you may be working from home, or
Mhm.
whatever it may be,
Mhm.
you may be retired. Whatever the
Yeah.
situation is,
Whatever. Mhm.
maximize your potential.
Maximize it. Yeah.
Maximize your potential. Put
Mhm.
something in book form so
Mhm.
you could get that out. Whatever's important to you, don't just hold it to yourself because
Come
it's for
on.
somebody else also.
It's for
Somebody
somebody
else is
else.
looking for your answers. Somebody else is looking for a solution to their problem. Let me address it that way.
Yeah.
Somebody else is looking for a how to. Somebody's
Mhm.
looking for hope. Somebody's looking for a possible way
Come
because right now
on.
they're seeing nothing possible for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all about maximizing your potential. Stop
Mhm.
sitting back and holding back on,
Yeah.
your intelligence, on
Yeah.
your knowledge, on your
Mhm.
expertise.
Mhm. Mhm.
A
Don't hold
lot of
back.
times people just have to get out there. They have to get out
Mm.
there and
Have to.
be that expert that they always say that they are,
Mm.
right?
Mhm. Mhm. Show yourself strong as that expert.
Mm-hmm.
Show yourself strong in that. You that expert, show off now. Now's your time to show it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the way you show up.
Mhm.
I was reading the comments the other day, and somebody said something that we mentioned on the show. I said, yeah,
Right.
it's time to show up. Show up
Show
strong.
up.
Don't play
Mhm.
that peekaboo. Okay,
Mhm.
peekaboo.
Come on.
You show up sometimes you don't.
Right.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes
Mhm.
you don't show up, and then
Mhm.
sometimes you show up halfway. Sometimes you show
Yeah.
up all the way. You got to make
Yeah.
up your mind. If you say
Mhm.
that you're an author, if you say you're this
Show it.
and you're that, show up.
Show up.
Show up.
Mhm.
Be full
Show
time
up.
and you show up.
Mhm.
Can't
Mhm.
do this
Show all the way
peekaboo
up.
thing.
Mhm. Show all the way up, and that's what you really have to do. You got to show all the way up, because I mean, even if you're playing game, I love basketball. So even if you're playing in basketball, you can't just be halfway on the court. You're gonna either be playing or you're
Hmm.
not. So you're either there or you're not. I need you fully there. Be 100% committed to that particular process. Wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, be 100% there. You can't be
Yeah.
halfway there, because it's not fair to you, nor is it fair to the individual that is sharing their time with you to be
Hmm.
halfway there. It's not beneficial to anybody, because you are a whole gift in itself. And there are certain reasons why that individual called you, or they're coming to you for whatever they're coming to you for, is because they seen something in you. They know it's something in you. They see the expert that you are. They need you. And for you to only show up halfway, it's not fair to
Hmm.
them, because the whole you is amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, even sometimes when we show up a little piece of us, you're still pretty good. But imagine if you're pretty good, just halfway. Imagine how amazing you will be if you gave it your 100%. And a life can be fully impacted versus just, eh, give it your 100%, give it your all, be fully there. Because in
Yeah.
games, we're all the way there. We can't show up halfway. Give it 100%. 99 and a half ain't gonna do. Give it
Ain't
all
gonna
you
do.
got. Hmm.
Ain't gonna do. And
Hmm.
as we going in, to the publishing, talking about publishing challenges and
Hmm.
stuff like that, you know,
Hmm.
um, show up the
Hmm.
right way.
Show
Okay,
up.
show up the right way. Show up with the best. Be the
Yeah,
best. Always strive to be the best that you could be.
it could be.
You know, just
Always.
don't come in there mediocre. Just don't come
Hmm.
in there, part time or half time or doing the bare minimum. Don't do that, because you're talking about, your audience. You're talking
Yeah.
about, people that you said that were important to you.
Right.
You know,
That matter. Hmm.
it matter. People that
Hmm.
matter.
Hmm.
People that matter. And
Hmm.
it'll go into some of our, well, not some of our topic, but what we're going to
Hmm.
talk about. The first talking point is using outdated methods,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
taking time to really see
Hmm.
what it takes to
Hmm.
get your material to your audience.
Hmm.
Things are
Hmm.
constantly changing. The
Hmm.
internet is constantly evolving.
Of
Things
course.
are changing,
Absolutely.
you know?
Hmm.
And there's nothing against YouTube and all
Hmm.
of these other platforms that,
Hmm.
have information there.
Right.
But
Right.
things are changing.
They are.
They're
Hmm.
changing very rapidly.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
we just
Hmm.
what? I don't know when it was launched. I can't remember now. But we were just in Windows 10. Now we're in Windows 11, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got to change. Okay,
Uh,
how many times how often does not an iPhone but a
hmm.
mobile phone change?
Hmm. Hmm.
There's
You.
always constant changing. It's
Hmm.
immediate,
Hmm.
immediate. But there's
Hmm.
still authors out there that's using outdated methods
Right.
that they may
Right.
have learned years ago,
Hmm.
not even years ago, that they may
Hmm.
have learned 2 years ago,
Hmm.
not even
Hmm.
that, Tiffany, last
Hmm.
year.
Right. Uh-huh.
Not even that, Tiffany.
Uh-huh.
The beginning of this year.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Right.
And they're wondering why their
Mhm.
material hasn't gotten anywhere. They're
Right. Right.
wondering why,
Mhm.
they're getting discouraged. Nobody's
Mhm.
responding back, or nobody's,
Mhm.
interacting with them
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
outdated methods.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Outdated methods. And like I
Mhm.
said, there's nothing wrong with YouTube, but you
Mhm.
got to
Nothing.
understand,
Mhm.
okay?
Mhm.
You got to understand, you have to look on the side, and you looking at this and say, oh, well, this
Uh-huh.
video was created 3 years ago.
uh, dates matter. Dates matter because
Mm-hmm.
stuff that's outdated you should get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's old, let it go. Stuff
Let it
that's in my
go.
refrigerator that has an expiration date on there, I got to get rid of that stuff because it's
Mm-hmm.
no longer it's not functioning to its fullest capacity. It's
Mm-hmm.
expired. It's gonna make me sick. It's not profitable for me. So
Yeah.
get rid of it. If a snake can shed its skin because it's kind of old, why can't we? Why can't we get rid of some of the old stuff? If it's
Mm-hmm.
not working, change. It's
Change.
okay to evolve. It's okay for you to grow into something new. I think the catch is some people are just comfortable doing it in that way, even if it's not working. If
Mm-hmm.
they feel like it works for them because that's something that they're comfortable with and they don't want to learn something new. But learning something new is going to be able to turn your passion into profit.
Mm-hmm.
It's your
Mm-hmm.
turning point. Go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
transition. Shift your mind and stop using things that are outdated. If it's
Yeah.
expired, lose it and let it go. It's
That's it.
okay to start again.
It's okay to start again. You know,
Yeah.
like we did say, change promotes growth. Yes, it does.
Come
It
on. Yes,
promotes
it
growth.
does.
You know, change promotes growth, and that's so very true. You know, it's
Yeah.
so very true. People got to
Yes.
want to, grow. They have to want to
Mhm.
grow. They have to
Mhm.
want to, grow in, whatever that is that they said
Mhm.
that's, important to them. They can't
Yeah.
stay the same.
Yeah.
They can't stay the same in their businesses.
Mhm.
And this is what
Mhm.
happened to a lot of business owners. They
Mhm.
want to stay the same. They're comfortable. So are
Mhm.
they afraid to grow?
Might
Are
be.
they afraid to grow? Because
Might be.
some people are more afraid of success than they're
Mhm.
afraid of failure.
Right. Catch to it.
Because they
Mhm.
they understand the failure factor. They done
Mhm.
been there many, many times.
Mhm. Mhm.
But when it comes to success,
Mhm.
they don't know what that looks like because
Yeah.
they're afraid because those limitations in their
Mhm.
mind,
Mhm.
you know, their
Mhm.
limitations. They're afraid to stretch.
Mhm.
They're afraid to, be stretched out of proportion.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
afraid to venture forward. They
Yeah.
want to stay right
Mhm.
here,
Mhm.
what I know, instead of
Mhm.
allowing their
Mhm.
minds to grow,
Mhm.
allowing their minds to evolve,
Yeah.
allowing their minds to think
Mhm.
a different way.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
understand? Think a
Oh,
different way
absolutely.
because they
Mhm.
still have the old mindset of,
Mhm.
this is the way it is and this is all I see. And what that
Mhm.
comes from, that comes from an earlier program we were talking about, not
Mhm.
reading more, not allowing our minds to think of other ways,
Mhm.
or,
Mhm.
when you read somebody else's material, it begins
Mhm.
to expand your mind. A lot of
Right.
people
Right. Right.
don't
Right.
want to devote themselves
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
taking that extra effort to expand
Mhm.
themselves
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
another area.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
a lot of times it's fear of growth, fear of
Yeah.
success, as
Yeah.
opposed to fear of failure.
Yeah.
You
Because they
know,
don't know what success looks like. Yeah. That's
they
that
don't know.
unknown.
Yeah, it's not known, but they can know what success look like if
Yeah.
they do the plan. You see, that's another thing. It goes
Mhm.
back to the plan.
Mhm.
If if
Mhm.
if you plan something,
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
you're gonna see. You might not see everything,
Mhm.
but you're gonna see where it
Yeah.
starts. The foundation, you build it right. You remember the foundation.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
there's gonna be branches, and there's gonna be
Mhm.
steps. There's gonna be
Yeah.
layers. It's gonna
Yeah.
give room to that. So now
Mhm.
you're gonna be comfortable
Mhm.
walking that,
Mhm.
that path.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Even though
Right.
you might can't see it, you can't
Mhm.
see it until you start moving toward it. When you
Right.
start moving towards something,
Mhm.
that's when you
Mhm.
begin to see things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you have to figure out, and these are the plans, how you're going to overcome those things.
Come on. You
Okay.
got to
How
see
you
it.
going to
Mhm.
overcome? There's going to be
Mhm.
challenges. But
Mhm.
since you have already, written out that plan,
Mhm. Mhm.
now you're going to be able to maneuver around those things or
Mhm.
over those things or
Yeah.
eliminate those things.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's
Mhm.
why some people they use outdated stuff because they're
Sure.
comfortable in it,
Mhm.
even though
Mhm.
they know
It's
it ain't
comfort.
working.
It's comfort. It's comfort in that.
Comfort,
It's comfort. It's that
comfort.
little teddy bear that adds comfort. It's security blanket. It's
Yeah,
comfort.
and it's not going to change.
It's not.
Outdated material. How can
Mm-mm.
you even use something from last year? Last year
Mm,
was a totally different year than this year.
mm-hmm. It's different. Mm-mm. It's different.
Hmm.
It's
It's
different.
different. And
Yeah.
even with outdated, even with this,
Mm-hmm.
even in our own businesses and things that we do,
Come on. Mm-hmm.
this is where uniqueness plays a part. Somebody could give you um, a base of how
Mm-hmm.
something's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay, a base.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
then you got to make that thing your own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just like, for instance, say you're cooking and you
Mm-hmm.
have like a base, say, I'll just say chicken bouillon. Okay, I'll
Okay.
just chicken bouillon. That's
Come
what
on.
comes to mind. Okay,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
so you put that in there to to judge something up.
Yeah.
But then you gotta add your seasonings. You gotta add
You do.
something else
Mm-hmm.
besides
Mm-hmm.
that bouillon. You gotta make it
Mm-hmm.
to your taste, to
Yeah.
your liking in that thing. But what I'm talking about, that people have to learn how to fix things that are, how would I say, comfortable. I don't want to say comfortable. That would
Okay.
adapt to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
You gotta
can't
adjust.
copy. Somebody could
Mm-hmm.
give you so much, but then you have to make
Mm-hmm.
things your own. Put it that
You
way.
have to.
Is that
Hmm.
better? You have
You
to
got to
make it
tailor
your
it
own.
to you.
Yeah,
Absolutely. You
yeah,
have to tailor it to you because I
yeah.
mean, good night. There's me and my god sister. We used to wear the same outfits. I mean, like we used to have the same dress size, but as we got older, certain things had to go to the alterations. Some things had to be changed. We
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to wear the same things anymore.
Mhm,
So same thing with that. You have the wheel. This is just the blueprint of it. This is
mhm,
just what this is the basis of it. I'm
mhm.
giving you something, but you're gonna sure I'll give you the land. Here's the land, but you're gonna have to build on top of that. So
That's
I'm
it.
just giving you your foundation. So you make it your own. You put your spin on it. You don't have to recreate the wheel, but you
No.
just get to add on to it.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving you here you go. So
Yeah.
here's something for you to start with, but add to it, make it your own. So it
Make
doesn't
it your own.
feel like this is mine. Like, or
Mhm,
you got that from Gertrude. Huh? No,
mhm.
well, yeah, but this
Yeah.
is me. This
Yeah.
is me though. I added me to it, put my
Yeah.
spin on it. So, cause I'm a little spunky little ball of fire. So, like I have to put me onto it. I got to put my little
Yeah.
funk on it. you
That's
so
it.
yeah,
You make it your
add
own.
you to it.
Yeah.
Add.
But you got to come out of that outdated material.
Mm-hmm,
Outdated material.
mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
And as we step even into January,
Yeah.
things are changed. Okay.
Mm-hmm,
I mean, we're preparing for change. We're preparing for some mighty things, some
mm-hmm,
mighty things that's going to happen, at
mm-hmm,
the top of, of,
mm-hmm.
of the year.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
top of the year. We even preparing for that now, some
Uh-huh.
things that's going to help, expand people's mind. And I
Uh-huh.
and I heard back from many people. They say, "Well, yeah, I'm interested after the holiday." I say, "Yeah, I'm just putting it out there."
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
can't wait till I mean, when January gets here to put it out there. I have to put it out
Uh-huh.
there now. I have to see
Uh-huh.
what I'm working with,
Uh-huh. True.
and get people
Absolutely.
prepared,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
get people prepared. But
Mm-hmm.
this is what you have to do. Don't use outdated methods. Okay,
Down. Mm-hmm.
create as you go along. And again,
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, this is something else that comes from the core.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got to tap
True.
into our creative ability and
Mm-hmm.
stop trying
Have
to
to.
copy everything. You see what's happening. Open up your
Mm-hmm.
eyes and see
Mm-hmm.
what's happening. Open
Mm-hmm.
up your eyes and see what Zuckerberg's doing over there on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he's
Uh-huh.
constantly changing. He's not
Always.
using the same method that he was using 2 years ago. Not even
He's
last year.
evolving. He's evolving.
He's evolving.
We got a
Every
whole universe
platform is
now.
changing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not staying the same. Sometimes they introduce something over here and they take it back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because
They
it
take
didn't
it
work.
back because they go into something better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It didn't work. And that's okay. At least they're trying it and they're figuring out, just
Yeah,
like you said, hey, I'm putting feelers out here to see how I got to prepare you for certain things.
yeah,
Hey, is this going to work? This is the idea that I have. Put a feeler out there. It's not working. All right, whatever. All
yeah,
right. You prepare the people for whatever. And certain things just won't work and some things do work. If it works, okay, great. But if it's not working, let it go.
Let it
Let it
go.
go. And
Let it go.
don't fear letting it go. So you
Mhm.
never know what's going to come to you when you let something go. Something better is going to come to you when you
That's it.
let whatever's not working go.
Whatever's not working, go.
Mhm.
And here's another one, people not promoting themselves. They just sit back and think it's
That's
going to
major.
happen.
That's major. That's major.
Not
I
promoting
was
yourself.
guilty of that. I was guilty of that.
Say
That's
ouch.
a honest moment.
Say
That's
ouch.
honest.
That's
Ouch.
what you need to say.
That's why I
Ouch,
was like,
right?
that's why I
Ouch.
raised my hand. I was guilty of
But
that.
you're much better. You're much better. But you're much better. You know, Sometimes it's things that go on, but you have to break through that. Oh,
You
you
have
much
to
better
break
now,
through it
aren't you? Yeah, things happen, right?
a little bit.
A
But
lot.
I mean,
You've done a
I'm
lot.
gonna be
You very
honest with
good.
that. That's something
Yeah,
that some people struggle with that. And like for
yeah.
me, I'm used to being in the background. I'm used to being that person that pushes other people to be the best that they can be. I'm that good old background singer, even though I'm not a singer, but I'm that choir member, like I'm that person that's in the background and I'm gonna make the leader look great. That's what I do. I am that person.
Mhm.
So the fact that you want me to come, not you, but the fact that you want me to come out, you me? You want me? Wait, huh? Oh, wait a minute. That's when if I'll use these little emojis. Sometimes you see me the little monkey. I'll be like, oh my god, not me. So that's what I'm kind of going into a bashful mode. Like, oh my god, stop. But it's okay to promote you
It's
because
okay.
there are services that you provide. There are things that are beneficial that you have to others. How are those others going to be helped if they don't know who you are?
That's
You
right.
have to be able to showcase who you are. Sure,
That's
I'm a
it.
phenomenal. I'm gonna go ahead to thank you, Granny. It's a pole dog that won't wag its own tail. So I can't be to you what you need if you don't know me. I got to present myself to you. Sure, I'm an amazing individual. Sure, I'm always cracking jokes. Sure, I have some kind of way to
Mhm.
make you smile. I am that individual that is going to boost your self-esteem in some type of way. However, comma, if I don't show you me, if I don't promote me, if I don't tell you who I am, how are you going to get what I have for you if you don't know who I am?
Mhm.
Because
That's it.
as far as you're concerned, I very well, you might just meet me in Publix and you just think I'm one of those little angels that just, hey, somebody just came by and just was like, oh, she helped me. She get the jar off the top of the shelf. And you've never seen me again. No, let me go ahead and introduce myself to you, tell you who I
Mhm.
am. And you might realize I'm more than just getting that jar off the top of the shelf for you.
Mhm.
You are
Mhm.
actually somebody I need to know. So
Yeah.
it's okay to, and it's not you being boastful. It's not
No.
you being super proud. It's not you being, it's you showcasing the gift that you actually have. It's
That's
okay
true.
to do that. It's
It's
shifting your
okay.
mind to believe it's all right to promote. Because if you're okay with promoting somebody else's show,
Mhm.
if you're okay with telling somebody else, you got to read this book, if you're
Mhm.
okay with telling me I need to go buy this
Mhm.
particular car, you're promoting stuff. So why can't you do that for yourself?
And that's so true. Again, that's that old mindset. And those are some things that have to be, rooted up,
Mm-hmm.
rooted up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those are
Mm-hmm.
things that are in somebody's way. Those
Yeah.
are things that uh, people have been told in their formative years, don't be
Mhm,
proud and things of that
mhm,
nature,
mhm,
and not really
mhm.
explaining what pride
Yeah,
was. Okay.
mhm.
That's not being prideful when you
It's
promote
not.
yourself,
It's
because
not.
how are you going to help people? We are
Mhm.
solutions.
Yeah.
We are solutions to many
Mhm,
people's problems.
mhm,
We have to
mhm,
see ourselves that way, as a
mhm,
solution.
mhm,
And this is
mhm.
talking about maximizing your potential,
Yeah.
y'all. Maximize
Mhm,
your potential,
mhm,
because we are solutions. We have to see ourselves as
mhm.
solutions.
Yeah.
We have to
Mhm,
see ourselves
mhm,
changing people's lives.
mhm, mhm,
You know, so it's
mhm,
okay to tell people what you do. It's okay
mhm.
to
It
tell them
is.
that you have a
Mhm.
book out there. It's okay to tell them about your business, because
It's
you
okay.
never know. Yeah, you never
Mhm,
know who needs help in the area. How many
mhm.
times you have told somebody something and they say, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I know so and so, who needs
Yep.
this." But suppose
Mhm,
you would have kept your mouth shut.
mhm, Mm-hmm.
Suppose you would have kept your mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
That would
Mm-hmm.
have prevented somebody from getting, information that
It
could
would
change their lives. You know?
have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
good
will not shut
morning,
my mouth.
Tisha.
I
Good
will not
morning,
shut my
Tisha.
mouth. No,
Glad you're
ma'am.
here this morning. Yeah.
Grateful for you. You're not
Yeah,
gonna
not
make it. You
promoting
are not gonna.
yourself,
Mm-mm. Take the muzzle off your mouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so, that's so important.
Mm-hmm.
So very important. And that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that happen with people, authors struggling out there to get their books out. They're not promoting it. They're not
Amen.
promoting it. They think that book's going to sell itself. That book will not sell itself. Okay? You,
Mm-hmm.
even they have them on platform, Barnes and Noble and Google Play and Amazon. They're not moving. And
Mm-hmm.
where else, Tiffany? Where's my favorite place?
In the box.
In the box,
In
Tiffany
the
in the
corner.
garage. Yeah, because they're not promoting it. And that
Uh-huh.
message that's so important to get your
Mm-hmm.
message out there, y'all. You
Mm-hmm.
got to promote yourself, no matter
Mm-hmm.
how great the title is. You
Mm-hmm.
can't depend
Mm-hmm.
on just selling a few copies. You have to see
Mm.
yourself on the world stage.
See yourself there.
Yeah, see,
See yourself there.
7.9 billion. I didn't say
Mm-hmm.
million, I say billion people
Mm-hmm.
in this world.
Yeah.
7.9 billion people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's
Mm-hmm.
enough money for everybody to make their
Mm-hmm.
money. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
no shortage in this land. There's
It
no
isn't.
shortage nowhere in this world, no
Mm-mm.
matter what the news is telling you. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, you don't need to turn off the news, nothing but lies. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't let them
Mm-hmm.
program your mind with foolishness. Okay?
Yeah.
Program it.
Uh-huh.
Program.
Mm-hmm.
And they even call
Mm-hmm.
it programs, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's the truth. There's no shortage in this land.
Mm-hmm.
The only shortage comes is between the two
Mm-hmm.
ears, the
Mm-hmm.
mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Shift
It's
your
mine.
mindset.
Mm-hmm. It's a matter
Promote
of your mind.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Change your mindset. We
Mm-hmm.
talked about outdated material. Now we're
Yeah.
talking about not promoting yourself. These are
Mm-hmm.
all things that hinder
Yeah.
authors from getting their
Yeah.
books out there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very, very important. Very
Mm-hmm.
important.
I like what Miss Regina said. She said, "You never know who needs help. A closed mouth never doesn't get fed. It goes hungry." You better
That's
open your
true.
mouth and say something.
That's true.
Seriously, you never know who needs you. That
You
is
never know.
powerful. So thank you for that. It's super powerful. You
Yeah.
listen. I ain't gonna go hungry. I like food. Don't let my little size fool you. Listen, I need to eat. And listen, you never know what my business needs. So,
Yeah.
open your mouth and say so. Like, you
That's
can't get
it.
help if you don't say nothing.
That's
I
it.
can't. I can't assume that people are psychic or they walk in this ability just to know what's going on. They ain't no mind readers. People aren't mind readers. You got to be able to say something. Go ahead and tell me what it is that you need. I talk to my kids like that all the time,
All the
and
time.
I knew what they wanted. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew what they wanted. However, I needed them to use their mouth and ask for what they needed.
Yeah.
So that's like once they got to teenagers. So it wasn't like when they were babies. Once they got to teenage, you better ask me for something. You need a ride somewhere? Mm-hmm. Where you need to go? Mm-hmm. All right. You plan on asking me? Because I just told you what you needed. You came in here and I just looked at you and seen what you needed. But ask me, Mom, can you give me a ride to the mall? Because me and my friends want to go. Okay, sure. Let's go. I'm already dressed anyway. I was ready. But I
Mm-hmm.
need you to open your mouth and actually ask for
Open
it.
your mouth. Open your mouth. Yeah. We have to open our mouths. That's something that we have to learn to do. Here go
Mm-hmm.
another one. Blending in with the crowd.
Ooh.
Blending in with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Not being your authentic self. Doing it
Mm-hmm.
like everybody else is doing.
Mm-mm.
Where is the uniqueness? How can
Yeah.
you stand out from the
Yeah.
crowd
Mm-hmm.
instead of blending in? That's where
Right.
people
Right.
are afraid to step out and
Right.
be who they are and
Mm-hmm.
do it the way that compliments them
Yeah.
in
Mm-hmm.
order to reach their audience.
Yeah.
Okay, stop
Yeah.
being that copycat doing it like
Yeah.
everybody else doing it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what is
Mm-hmm.
it that you could do that's gonna separate you from everybody else?
Right.
And I'm not talking about being separate, about not collaborating. I'm not talking about none of
No,
that.
no, no,
But
no, no,
what
no.
can separate you? That people can
Mhm,
see your uniqueness in
mhm,
what you're doing, in
mhm,
your products, in your service.
mhm, mhm,
What is it about you
mhm,
that will brand you as different from
mhm,
everybody else, all the other
mhm,
authors out there?
mhm,
What is it
mhm,
that's different about you?
mhm,
What
mhm,
is it that you could create? There,
mhm,
here it go back to that core. Here it goes
mhm,
back to creating.
mhm,
And it may
mhm,
go over some people's heads, you know.
mhm, mhm,
But what can
mhm,
everybody's different? We all
mhm.
have different fingerprints. We're different.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all
Even though
different.
it may look like somebody else's, but when you really look at it, it's
Mhm.
gonna be different.
Something different. Something
Yeah.
different. Hmm. You,
You
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 know
are
you can't
different.
blend in with the crowd, Tiffany. You can't
You
blend in.
cannot. You got to be different from everybody else. My thing I always say, there's a whole lot of people with the name Tiffany, but there's only one me.
Mhm.
There is only one me. There is a plenty. I mean, I promise you, I can think of at least 10 that I personally know. And it's probably, meaning I'm personal with them, like for real. But they're still not me, and I'm not them. And there's always going to be a different one. Here's one of the reasons why I always just say, just call me Tiffany Rochelle. It's almost like it's one name because it's so many Tiffany's out there. But
Mhm.
I'm different. I'm set apart from
Mhm.
all the other ones. There's a difference between me. Even if you're trying to explain the Tiffany's, hey, can you go over there and tell Tiffany? Which Tiffany? The one that's always laughing,
Mhm.
the one that's always smiling. I get the nickname Smiley because I'm always smiling. And so, oh, go
Yeah.
get Smiley over there. The one that's always turning cartwheels somewhere. You'll eat. Oh, I know who you're talking about. It's easy. Or either
Mhm.
they'll say T-Row. Do what is different about you? Me, you'll always know because I always like keeping a smile on my face no matter what
Mhm.
is happening or transitioning in life. I could be going through the worst pain right now, but I'm still grin. You're gonna see all my teeth, excluding the one that got pulled down here, but you're gonna see all of my teeth.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to show you every bit of it. But that's the difference between me and everybody else. I'm going to show you a little bit of something
Mhm.
extra about me that's going to stand out from the crowd. I don't ever want to be the person that's blending in with the crowd. Even if we are all wearing black, I might have satin right here. It's just going to
Mhm.
be a little something
Something
extra
different.
that's going to make me stand out because I'm never going to be one that blends in. I was not made to blend in with everyone. I'm unique.
Mhm.
I'm fearfully created. I'm wonderfully created. I am not
Mhm.
going to sit here and be like anybody else.
Be like anybody
My
else. That's it.
line for my business is why be somebody else when I'm so good at being me?
That's
I
it.
stand out. I'm not
There you
blending in.
go.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
So, and that's one of the things that, I see, you know, publishing challenges,
Mhm.
how, authors a lot of times they just blend in,
They do.
whether it's the teaching that they're
Mhm,
getting from, who's ever teaching them,
mhm.
they copying the everything like word for word what that
Yeah.
teacher is saying to
Mhm,
say how they did it. No,
mhm,
but how about you?
mhm.
You got to
Yeah.
interject something about you in there.
You,
Okay,
you.
about
Mhm,
you.
mhm.
Okay, not
Put your
saying that
funk
you're
on
not
it.
supposed to follow guidelines and things like that, but you
Right.
got to interject you in there.
I need to feel you.
Yeah,
I need to feel you.
need to,
Mhm,
and that's
mhm,
that's that's a mistake right there. And
mhm.
here's another one. Okay, let's move
Oh,
on to this about being cheap.
oh, there's some toes being
Being
stepped on.
cheap, being cheap. You have to always learn how to invest in yourself
That's
in the
key.
area where you expect results. Okay,
Mhm. That's key.
if you expect to go to a higher level, if
Mhm,
you expect to be successful,
mhm.
you have to learn how to invest in you. Stop
You
being
better.
cheap.
You better. You
Stop
better
being cheap.
invest in you.
Holding back.
Mhm,
You
mhm,
know, get that life coach, get that
mhm,
book coach, get that
mhm,
editor, get that
mhm,
cover designer. Don't try to
mhm,
do it yourself.
mhm,
People
mhm,
always try to do things themselves. They think
mhm.
they're saving money. But here on the
Right.
flip side, Tiffany,
Mm-hmm.
Where it would have taken somebody who could
Mm-hmm.
design a book cover, it would have took
Mm-hmm.
them 30 minutes of that, because that's their proficiency, and it
Right.
took
Mm-hmm.
you 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Not
How much
today.
time? They don't even figure their time. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even consider their time as valuable. So if you don't consider yourself and your time as valuable,
Mm-hmm.
everything else is out the window.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
By
My time
being
is
cheap.
precious.
By
Mm-hmm.
being cheap. If you need something,
Mm-hmm.
pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Pay an expert for
Mm-hmm.
their advice. Pay an expert for their expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it may be. Okay? Pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
All
Mm-hmm.
is free.
Mm-hmm.
Free, free, free.
Mm-hmm.
Free is not going to get you nowhere.
It's not.
It's
It's
only going to
not.
get you some part.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to know the what's and the whys, but you
Mm-hmm.
ain't going to know the how. Don't care
Mm-hmm.
how you search the internet.
Bingo. Mm-hmm.
And then a
Mm-hmm.
lot of stuff out there, what? As we open up,
Yeah.
the way people publish things,
Mm-hmm.
outdated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to follow this. I'm going to follow how somebody said this. Outdated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2006.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are we still using those things in
Expired.
2021? No, we're about to go
Expired.
into 2022.
Mm-hmm. Expired. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, expired. Being
Mm-hmm.
cheap. You cannot be cheap. As a business owner, why are you being cheap?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Why? There's no purpose in you
Why?
being cheap.
Everything that you invest in your business or
Mhm.
invest in yourself is
Mhm.
100% tax deductible.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to even get into that, but get with your accountant, get with your
Go.
bookkeeper. Okay?
Get
100%
with your expert in
tax
that field.
deductible. So
Mhm.
what's the reason?
Mhm. Mhm. Maybe they don't know that. That might be the catch. That's a knowledge that they don't have.
Good
That
morning,
might be a.
Bobby. How you doing?
Mhm.
Yeah, they might not
Mhm.
know that. But there you go again.
Mhm.
When you don't know something, Tiffany,
That part.
invest in yourself to get
Mhm.
the expertise of
Mhm.
these people who are
Mhm.
proficient in those
Mhm.
areas.
Right.
When you
Right.
don't know anything,
Right. Right.
YouTube, you can only
Mhm.
get so much from Google.
Absolutely. You're right. You're right.
You know?
You can only get so much. You really can. You can't be cheap all the time. Even in your clothes that you get, go ahead and get that cheap little outfit if you want to. It ain't gonna last too long. Wash it once if you want to, and it's just gonna disappear.
Mm-hmm.
you know, you end up investing in things that you know is going to last.
Mm-hmm.
And your business is something that you're planning to last. So
Mm-hmm.
since this is something that you're planning to last, invest in it. It's worth the investment. You're worth the investment.
Mm-hmm.
Take the time. It's save up then. If that's the case, if
Yeah.
you need to do that, it's okay. Put
Mm-hmm.
some coins away, put some dollars away and
Mm-hmm.
invest in you. But don't be so frugal, don't be so cheap that you can't invest in you because you are your greatest investment.
That's
So,
right.
like, please stop skimping on yourself. Invest in you. Invest in your greatest investment. You
Yeah.
spending your time wisely, spend your money wisely too, but
Yeah.
don't be cheap. Don't skimp on it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're worth that investment. You're going to need them CRMs. You're going to need um, editors. You're going to need
Yeah.
somebody that's going to be able to help to get you together. You
Mm-hmm.
might even need an assistant.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you need, you're going to need to make that investment in order for you to be the best person that you can be and for your
Yeah.
business to be successful. You're going to need to make the investment. Don't be cheap.
Yeah. Don't be cheap. Don't be
Don't be
cheap.
cheap.
And got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in a level that you expect to receive results. Okay?
Yeah,
If you want
absolutely.
your book to be, and that's a part right there that many
Hmm.
authors do, that they
Hmm.
fix these challenges when publishing
Hmm.
because they
Hmm.
don't want to invest in themselves. So they got things just crazy out there.
Yeah. Hmm.
I've seen
Hmm.
some horrible things crazy
Hmm.
out there. You know
Hmm.
what I'm trying to say?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And these are some things that have to stop. If now, Tiffany, this is if they're serious about that.
That part
Some
though,
people
that's the
aren't.
catch.
Yeah, some people aren't serious about it. They out there playing. Okay,
Hmm.
they out
Hmm.
there playing. They're not
Hmm.
serious about that. We talked about that yesterday We talked
Right.
about, some people just want to be author for recognition because they
Right.
got some things going on with them. They just need to be recognized when
Mm-hmm.
really they need to get with themselves because there's an inner problem right there. Okay,
Woo-hoo. You're hurting
recognition. Okay,
toes. That's a
yeah, but
toe.
it's true.
That's a toe.
But it's true. It's true. They need recognition. So if I'm an
Mm-hmm.
author, people gonna recognize me. No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Mm-hmm.
Get that inner healing first. Get there
Mm-hmm.
to the
Mm-hmm.
root cause of why you feel like you need to be recognized because maybe you have been abandoned. Maybe people have hurt you in the past and things of
Mm-hmm.
that nature. Because this
Mm-hmm.
is not a me thing. Okay,
Yeah.
this is about your
Yeah.
audience. This is not about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get
Mm-hmm.
the right teaching, get the right,
Yeah.
everything. But don't
Mm-hmm.
never be cheap. Never be
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah. You
Never,
can't.
never, ever be cheap.
Please don't. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
It's not beneficial. That's not helpful at all. It's
Not
not.
at
It's
all.
not gonna work being cheap. That's a great start, but
Yeah,
after a while, you're gonna need to go ahead and make an investment. You have
yeah.
to.
'Cause there you go again. Because this was, I know we went on that one over on that side. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah,
hiring professionals.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Professional
Mm-hmm.
editors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You
then when
need
you
you a
get to
professional.
posting, it's a mess. Yeah,
Mhm. You
it
do.
doesn't
That's what
matter.
you just made. You made reference to that just a moment ago. You like
Yeah.
getting becoming an author, and you're wanting to be the person that's the center of the stage or whatever. No, go get you a professional. Get you some couch time
Hmm.
so you could go ahead and deal with that, because there's some stuff that's inside of you that needs to be excavated. You need
Oh
to get that
yeah.
stuff out, because you matter of fact, there's some pain that you're probably going to put into your book that your readers are going to read, and that's not what they need to see. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
okay to tell me your story, but I don't need, sure, give me, I was in a painful situation. I can see that, but you're giving
Hmm.
me these feelings, and that little painful spirit that you got is bleeding through that book. And I'm
Hmm.
sensing that. Get you some couch time first. Seek you a professional first. Get all that taken care of. So by the time you do write your book and I see it and I read it, I'm able to read your journey
Oh
of
yeah.
your healing. I'm able to see that
Yes.
you were changed, your life was made whole, or certain things happen. I need to see that you went from poverty to middle class or wherever, a big success. However, I need to see the transition. But find you a professional and get on somebody's couch first.
That's
Find you a
true.
professional that's going to be able to help you get this stuff out of you first, because I don't want to read your pain like that. I don't
Yeah.
mind knowing about your pain, but I don't want to have to feel it to the point where I take it on.
Yeah, we talked about that on a previous broadcast. I think it was last week. You
Mhm.
remember? We were
Mhm.
talking about that.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Mhm.
true. Get that
Yeah.
out of. That's another
Mhm.
way to look at it. Get it
That's
out
right.
because those are challenges that a lot of people, a lot of authors face with that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then they translate that over to their audience, and then
Mhm.
it's not something that somebody want to read because they already going through a situation. Why do I need to hear about your situation?
Right.
You know,
Right.
why do I need
Right.
to hear "oh me, pull me"? You could tell when somebody's writing something. You could tell
Mhm.
when they still in poverty.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
could tell when they hurt. You could
Mhm.
tell when they
Mhm.
mad. You
Mhm.
could tell when they have attitudes.
Yeah.
Nobody, your audience don't need to hear that.
Mhm. Mhm.
They need to know that journey. Just like you
Mhm.
said, for that
Mhm.
transformation.
Yep. Mhm.
Because that's
I need
what's
to see that.
important. It's
I
supposed
need
to
to see it.
transform. A book's
Mhm.
supposed to transform, put you in a
Mhm.
better place.
Yep.
Not a worse place, not the same place.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
not the same place.
Mhm.
Not even worse than what you are. Come on now.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I need to leave better than where I came. Okay. I need to leave
Yeah,
better than what I came.
yeah. Haven't you ever been around in places and you go there and say, I'm never gonna be here again. I'm never gonna be here again. It was all
Absolutely.
just on the outside. But when
Mm-hmm.
you got in there and you heard
Mm-hmm.
whatever they were talking about,
Uh-huh.
as long
Mm-hmm.
as I live, you'll never
Mm-hmm.
find me in this
Never,
situation again.
never again.
Yeah,
Absolutely, I've been in that. And I will
mhm.
never, ever do it again.
Never,
No, it's not going to
never.
happen at all. I won't subject myself to that ever again. No.
Don't care who you are. Don't even ask me because I will tell
Mhm.
you no.
Mhm.
you, and stuff like that. So the same with a book, okay?
Mhm.
I,
Mhm.
now you're gonna offer me to, you tell me about your next book,
Uh-huh.
and I
I don't
have to
even care
read
if it's
that.
free. I don't care if it's free. I don't want to read it. I don't want it.
Mhm.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and
Convince me. No, it's not gonna happen.
no, and
Mm-mm.
those are some errors that that happens. And
Mhm.
here's another one. Well, we talked about this also before when we were talking about cheap with cover designers.
Mhm.
These are people that you need to hire.
Yeah.
Okay, unless an author is proficient in that, you need to
Mhm.
hire that. You
Mhm.
need to hire somebody
Mhm.
that's all they do,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
there's a lot of things that I know how to do.
Mhm.
That I know how to do these things,
Yeah.
or I have degrees in them.
Yeah.
But because I'm focused on a certain thing,
There. I'm glad you
that's
said that.
you understand? I'm focused
Mhm.
on a certain thing. I hire
Mhm.
other people to do those things.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay? Because
Mhm.
I have a focus here.
Yeah.
Because I have goals, I have
Mhm.
plans. Even
Yeah.
though I know how to do these things
Yes.
and
Yes.
I know how to do them
Yes.
very well,
Mhm. Mhm.
okay?
Mhm.
And people have even paid me to help them in those areas.
Mhm. Mhm.
Since I'm focused on a certain thing, my
Mhm.
passion, and
Mhm.
driving this thing home, you understand? Because what? We're finishing strong, right?
Right.
We're
Uh-huh.
finishing strong because when
Mhm.
the new year hits, we're in a whole different area.
Yeah.
And what I
Mhm.
mean by that, we
Mhm.
going deep.
Mhm.
We going deep, Tiffany.
Right.
So
Right. Mhm.
I can't put my attention over there.
Mhm.
That's
You
why you
can't.
have to hire editors.
You
I
have
mean,
to.
yeah,
Mhm.
editors, um,
Mhm.
cover
Mhm.
designers,
Yeah.
book coaches, life
Mhm.
coaches,
Yeah.
mindset coach, whatever you
Mhm.
need.
Mhm. Mhm. You have
Okay,
to. Mhm.
hire those people who are proficient in that, because you can't divide your focus. Okay,
Right.
you have to be what, ironclad focus.
Mhm. 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 You have to. You have to. You
Hmm.
have to. You got to stay focused on that one. That's good stuff. You telling me some good stuff on it. I don't even feel like I want to interject. I feel like I just want to sit here and be a good old sponge and just absorb what you're saying.
No,
Come on.
but it's true. You have to be ironclad focus. It
Hmm.
makes a difference, Tiffany.
It
We can't.
does.
We got to stop. If we call ourselves authors, we have to stop dividing ourselves.
Yeah.
With this and that and the other. Okay, have that true focus, and that goes back to planning. That
Hmm.
goes back to that plan,
Hmm.
forecasting, and different
Hmm.
things. We talked
Yeah.
about aiming your book in certain directions. We talked about positioning your book. We
Hmm.
talked about even with your audience and the message and different things like that. I'm just kind of recapping from what we talked about
Yeah.
from last week to this week. We
Hmm.
talked about those different things. So if you missed those different broadcasts, go back and listen to the things that we talked about, because it's very important to
Hmm.
hire people who are proficient in those areas and
Yeah.
stop you
Hmm.
know that slow decline,
Hmm. Hmm.
because you got to do everything.
Yeah. You're going to burn yourself out doing that
Yeah.
because you're able to do everything just because and even with that, you were saying like the doing the cover of your book, just because
Mhm.
you can do it doesn't necessarily mean that you should do it.
Mm-mm.
Because there's a lot of
Mhm.
abilities that I have. There's a lot of hats that I wear, and I
Yeah.
have the ability to do it. But it doesn't mean that I should do that. There's a different set of eyes that somebody else has. Sure,
Oh.
I can tell you my vision, and I can tell you
Mhm.
this is what I'd like to see. But you'll go ahead and here you go, put your spin on it, put your funk on it,
Mhm.
and it's
Mhm.
like, oh my God, you see something
Yeah.
in a way that I don't, because my focus is to this message. My focus is to the people. My focus is to make sure this comes out. And sure, I might want to see it this way, but if I tell somebody else what my vision is, I gave them the vision and they're going to run with it and make it happen. And they're going to do it in a way that I wasn't able to do because that's their expertise. I
Yeah.
can't take that away from them. And granted, I may know how to do it, but that's their lane. That's what they focus on. Takes them
Yeah.
30 minutes to come up with that. It's going to take me 3 hours, maybe, possibly. I could do it, but it may take
Mhm.
me a little bit longer. But I'm doing that. I'm doing the writing of it. I'm trying to publish it. I'm trying to talk
Yeah.
about me. I'm promoting me. I'm trying to change my methods, and I'm trying to do all these different little things. I'm burned
Yeah.
out now, and now it's not going to get out because I'm trying to do a cover, I'm trying to write, I'm trying to promote. I'm doing too much. And so I got a whole lot of work that I'm done. So I'm so
Mhm.
busy trying to get it out that it never gets out
Never
because
get
I didn't want to go ahead and loose and allow some experts to help me because I'm being cheap. Because I don't want to invest in letting him do the cover, letting her do the editing,
yeah,
even if that means I get somebody that does the advertising for me. Like somebody has to
exactly.
help to me. There's people out there that can help you, and you can't do everything. There's
Yeah,
professionals out there. Get them in their lane. Stop being cheap.
that's it.
Hire you an expert. Let them help you with promoting as well, because you
Mhm.
don't know it all. You might still be learning how to promote. It's okay. Find you somebody that can help you do it.
Yeah,
So,
and it's okay.
because there's
It's
that
okay.
outdated method too. Because
Yeah,
you just used to doing everything on your own. You're used
everything.
to doing everything yourself. Stop it. The world's changing. We want you to
Yeah.
live. You're stressing yourself out. Hire help.
And that's true. The world is changing. The world is
Mhm.
changing. You don't have to do it all yourself.
You
It's
don't.
okay to release that. It's
It is.
okay. People
It
don't
is.
believe that. It's okay to release that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do those things.
Mm-hmm. Stop
Another
fearing
set
that
of
people are going to
eyes.
take your vision. It's stop doing that.
You remember I told you about the lady? Oh, I can't do these songs because somebody's gonna steal my songs.
Right.
Limited mindset. Limited mindset. There's
Mm. There
there's
we go.
always ways to protect yourself. Okay?
Absolutely, there is.
There's things out here, but you don't ask,
Mm-hmm.
nobody knows.
Mm-hmm. You don't ask,
Okay?
you're going to stay hungry.
That's it.
That's what she said. Closed mouth don't get fed. You're gonna
Oh
stay
my God.
hungry.
Gonna stay hungry. But those are
Mm-hmm.
some, publishing challenges that, people have,
Mm-hmm.
challenges.
Mm-hmm.
They got to do it
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And we talking about past Canva, okay? We
Mm-hmm.
ain't talking about Canva. We talking
Mm-hmm.
about past Canva,
Absolutely.
okay? Because Canva you
Absolutely.
can do it yourself. But when you hire that professional
Mm-hmm.
cover designer,
Mm-hmm.
is there something that they interject in there
It
after
is.
you tell them what your vision,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna make it pop.
It is. Mm-hmm.
The cover pops, and
Mm-hmm.
beyond getting your sister or your
Mm-hmm.
friend
Mm-hmm.
down the street to help you edit your book,
Mm-hmm.
find an
Mm-hmm.
editor
Mm-hmm.
who's familiar with that genre
Yeah.
that your book is written in.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That
It
makes a
does.
difference. A
It does.
big difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because Sally Sue down the street may have been struggling in English and grammar all through school. Now you're going to get Sally Sue to edit your book?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Just saying.
Mm-mm.
It
Get you a
goes past
professional.
that. You see, people don't think about that. It
Mm-hmm.
goes past that.
It has to go past free.
It has to go
It
past free.
has to go past free because free is just not it. And I
It's
get
not
it.
it.
We're grateful for the volunteers. I'm super grateful for everybody that has the expertise and volunteers and stuff like that. Now, I will
Mm-hmm.
say that because there's a lot of people that like to sow into
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to businesses and to ministries that they'll
Mm-hmm.
help. I am an expert in this, and I'm going to volunteer my time.
Mm-hmm.
Not making reference to those individuals. That's
Mm-hmm.
like we're making reference to the ones that you're
That's
just being
gold right
cheap.
there. That's right.
So
Yeah.
if you're trying to be cheap, you got ladies that are actual beauticians versus you
Mm-hmm.
just coming over here. I can braid hair. That's
Mm-hmm.
not my specialty. I know how
Mm-hmm.
to do some hair. That's not my specialty. So if your edges
Mm-hmm.
disappear, well, that it's not my thing. I know how to do it. That's not my thing though.
Mm-hmm.
Going to you, someone that's went to school that's licensed to go ahead and get this
Mm-hmm.
done. We have to get past free and
Gotta
go
get
ahead
that.
and get us into an expert that can give us the desire. Look, I can cut hair, but God darn it, when I sit in that barber chair, when I sit in the chair, there is a whole different essence that comes out of me. Like now you might see me like this, but let me get my hair done, baby. You're going to see me doing one of these little numbers right here. And I'm just smiling. I'm sitting up, chest out, and it just feels different. It feels different when you invest
Yes.
in. That's the
Yes.
investment that I made into me. So I like it. I start flipping my hair and I just know I look good. I know
Mm-hmm.
I look good, but when I go to the beautician, I know I look good.
You
It's
know
just a
you look
difference
good.
because I've
Yeah.
invested. in me. So it's the same thing with your business. When you make that investment and you start to see the fruits for real from it,
Hmm.
man, you feel better about it. It's just a great thing to invest into you. These
It's a great
professionals
thing.
will bless your whole life.
Yes, they will.
Professional will
And
bless
like,
your whole life.
yeah, like you say, when you find those who, want to
Hmm.
help you and different things of
Hmm.
that nature, and that's their profession, that's
Yeah.
gold right there. That's gold
Yeah.
right there. And that's a whole
Hmm.
different thing we're talking about,
Hmm.
That's gold
Hmm.
because there's some
Hmm.
people out there that like to volunteer their time
They
because
do.
that's what they've done. Okay,
Hmm.
that's what they're
Hmm.
good at. That's what
Hmm.
that's their expertise.
Hmm.
That's gold. That's
Hmm.
gold. But for
Yeah.
anybody else, mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
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 But those
Mm-mm.
are, some of the publishing challenges that authors face,
Yeah. Hmm.
that they
Yeah.
face. You
Hmm.
know, being cheap, not
Hmm.
seeking those professionals, using outdated methods and all of those things that
Hmm.
I hope that, you should reconsider, people. You should reconsider
Hmm.
because, there's something deeper there than, what we even talking about on, this program where you think that you
Hmm.
can't afford. You
Yeah.
can't afford to do this. You can't afford to do that. You know, there's something deep. You need to look inside and really get to know yourself and get
Yeah.
to know what it is about you that make you feel like you can't do better than what you're doing. Put it that
Hmm.
way, Tiffany.
Hmm.
Better than
Hmm.
what you're doing, because I
Hmm.
believe that everybody has it inside of them to maximize their potential.
Yes. Yes.
And a lot
They
of
do.
times it's fear. It's fear
Hmm.
that's holding them back. But I want to
Hmm.
tell you, people, don't be afraid.
Please
Don't
don't.
be afraid. Take
Hmm.
that chance. Take that leap of faith and
Hmm.
do something in this upcoming year that you have been afraid to do
Hmm.
all these years, where you're not seeing yourself as, progressing forward. You don't see yourself. Get a different vision of yourself.
Hmm.
Okay, a different
Hmm.
vision where you see yourself
Hmm.
overcoming those challenges, because we
Hmm.
believe that you can, and we
Hmm.
believe that you will.
Absolutely.
So,
Hmm.
with that being said, we hope that what we have shared with you has brought value to your life. And all of our information is at the bottom of the screen.
Hmm.
Get in touch with us. And,
Hmm.
we'll be glad to help you. Tiffany
Hmm.
with, the life coaching, and I'm with the book coaching. And,
Yeah.
we have an array of
Yeah.
information that could get you to where you need to be. If you're
Yeah.
not there where you think you should be, we could get you there.
Yeah.
We could
Yeah.
get you.
Hmm. Hmm.
So don't
Hmm.
forget to share this broadcast out with your,
Yeah.
your friends or other people. There may be something that they need to hear. There may
Hmm.
be
They
something
do.
that was heard here that will unlock their understanding to get them in a better position than
Hmm.
where they are currently at.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
share this broadcast out
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
go over the broadcast even from last week. And
Hmm.
if you missed them, and see the tips that we have given you that will help you win, finish
Yeah.
strong in this
Yeah.
year so you'll be ready for the next year, for the
Yeah.
upcoming year.
Uh-huh.
And with that being said, we hope that you have a prosperous day and that
Mhm.
this day will be very productive for you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And
Yes,
remember
it
this, this is your time, this
is.
is your season, this is
Mhm.
your turning point.
Point.
So see you the next time.